Another movie, and of course an actor, who is in all the movies. You know what I mean? Is he Amitabh Bachchan? That's the pronunciation power of artificial intelligence, who ha ha ha. No, it's not him. I mean Pedro Pascal. I think his number of movies is outnumbering Cristiano Ronaldo's goals.
Sí!
Just a few weeks ago, the movie The Materialists came out. Of course, I made a video for it. The link is in the description. That's where Pascal told Dakota Johnson that she should create an OnlyFans account and make money from her toes. Of course, in this movie, he hasn't said anything like that to Emma Stone yet. Maybe he told her to make money from another member. Okay, let's not waste any more time. Let's go to this video about the movie Eddington, and I'm going to tell you all the information you need to know before watching this movie. Let's go. Alright, let's set the stage. Eddington drops us in May 2020, right when the world was losing its mind over COVID. We're in a fictional New Mexico town called Eddington, population 2,634, where things are already tense before the pandemic kicks it into overdrive. The story centers on Sheriff Joe Cross, played by Joaquin Phoenix, who's this impulsive, asthmatic dude who hates wearing a mask. Like, he's out here claiming he can't breathe in one, which, yeah, feels way too real for anyone who lived through 2020. Joe's got this beef with the town's mayor, Ted Garcia, Pedro Pascal in full smarmy politician mode, who's all about mask mandates and bringing a big tech data center to town. Sounds like a chill local election, right?
Wrong.
This feud spirals into a powder keg of chaos, with neighbors turning on each other, conspiracy theories flying, and Black Lives Matter protests adding fuel to the fire after George Floyd's murder.
Not a coincidence. We are not a coincidence.
And I'm speaking now to deny my husband's announcement yesterday.
What makes this story nuts is how it captures that 2020 vibe. You know, when everyone was doom scrolling, arguing about masks, and falling down rabbit holes of TikTok conspiracies about Tom Hanks and Wuhan labs. There's this one scene where Joe's scrolling through his phone, and it's just a flood of unhinged posts. Think Pizzagate meets Bitcoin is freedom. It's darkly funny, but hits like a punch to the gut. The film's not just a Western. It's a satire that's part Coen Brothers, part Dr. Strangelove, with a dash of Ari Aster's signature. What the hell did I just watch? Energy. By the end, things get bloody and absurd. Imagine a drunk waltz through a gunfight. It's messy, divisive, and definitely not for everyone, but it's got this raw, in-your-face take on how the pandemic broke our brains. Yeah, it's that kind of movie. You'll either love it or want to throw your popcorn at the screen. Let's talk about who's bringing this chaos to life. This cast is straight up stacked. First up, Joaquin Phoenix as Sheriff Joe Cross. This guy's a master at playing unhinged, and here he's all simmering rage and pathetic desperation, like a guy who thinks he's John Wayne but is actually just a hot mess. Joaquin's comic timing is on point too. There's this bit where he plasters conspiracy theories on his sheriff's car, and it's both hilarious and sad. Then we got Pedro Pascal as Mayor Ted Garcia, the slick, COVID-conscious politician with a shady past. Pedro's got this knack for playing charming but flawed dudes, and he nails Ted's mix of charisma and barely hidden anger. Fun fact, Ted and Joe's wife, Louise, have some history, think teenage scandal, secret abortion, and a whole lot of baggage. Speaking of Louise, Emma Stone is a freaking chameleon as Joe's fragile, doll-making wife. She's dealing with mental health struggles and a creepy obsession with a cult leader played by Austin Butler. Yep, Elvis himself. Emma's performance is haunting, all washed-out vulnerability, and she's got this eerie hobby of crafting spooky puppets. Like, who hurt you, Louise? Austin Butler's role as Vernon, the cult leader, is small but electric. He's got this Johnny Depp smoothness, spinning stories that make you question if he's a savior or a total scam. The supporting cast is no slouch either. Michael Ward as a stoic deputy, Luke Grimes as another cop caught in the chaos, and Deirdre O'Connell as Joe's conspiracy-obsessed mother-in-law, Dawn, who's basically your aunt forwarding QAnon emails. This ensemble is like a superhero team-up, but instead of saving the world, they're tearing a small town apart. Next, let's talk about the guy pulling the strings, Ari Aster. If you know him, you know he's the king of making you uncomfortable. Hereditary gave us nightmares. Midsummer made us rethink folk festivals, and Beau is Afraid was, well, a 3-hour anxiety attack. Eddington is his fourth film with A24, and it's his most ambitious swing yet. This isn't straight-up horror. It's a neo-Western black comedy with a side of political satire, but it's still got that Aster DNA, unsettling visuals, dark humor, and a knack for making you feel like you're losing your grip on reality. Aster wrote and directed this, and you can feel his obsession with capturing the 2020 madness. He said he wrote Eddington out of fear and anxiety about a world where nobody agrees on what's real anymore. Sound familiar? The guy's not afraid to go there, skewering both sanctimonious liberals and MAGA diehards without picking a side, which is why the film's so divisive. Some critics called it a blood-soaked comedy that brilliantly skewers modern America. Others said it's a convoluted mess, with the depth of a Facebook meme. Visually, Aster's teamed up with cinematographer Darius Kanji, think Uncut Gems, to give Eddington this stark, sun-baked look that flips from gritty western to surreal nightmare. The score by Bobby Kulick and Daniel Pemberton is all ominous vibes, needling you into unease. Aster's not here to hold your hand. He's throwing you into the deep end of America's psyche and letting you sink or swim. Love him or hate him, Aster's got a vision, and he's not afraid to make you squirm. Now, let's peek behind the curtain for some production goodies. So, how did this wild ride come together? Eddington was filmed in New Mexico, Albuquerque, Santa Fe, and Truth or Consequences between March and May 2024. The production employed over 300 locals, including 230 crew members, which is a big deal for the state's film industry. New Mexico's desert vibes were perfect for that dusty, isolated feel Aster was going for, and the locations scream Wild West meets 2020 dystopia. The project had been kicking around for years. Aster originally thought Eddington might be his debut film before Hereditary took over. He started scouting locations with Joaquin Phoenix in August 2023, and by early 2024, the cast was locked in, with Austin Butler replacing Christopher Abbott. Fun tidbit: the fictional data center in the film is called Solid Gold Magikarp, a nod to Pokemon, which is peak Aster weirdness. The film premiered at Cannes in May 2025, and it was polarizing, to say the least. It got a 5-minute standing ovation, but some folks walked out, and critics were split. Rotten Tomatoes has it at 67% with a 64/100 on Metacritic, calling it generally favorable but not a home run. Some praised its bold take on pandemic-era division. Others thought it was too chaotic, like Aster was trying to cram every 2020 headline into one movie. Still, it's got people talking, and with a July 18, 2025 release date, A24's banking on that buzz to carry it. This film's like a spicy burrito. You either love the kick or it's too much to handle. Oh, and if you're wondering about the budget or exact vibe on set, that's still under wraps. But Aster's known for pushing his actors to the edge, and you can feel that intensity in every frame. So, there you have it, Eddington, a messy, bold, in-your-face western that's as divisive as a 2020 Twitter thread. Joaquin Phoenix, Pedro Pascal, and Emma Stone are giving it their all. Ari Aster's swinging for the fences, and the result is a film that's equal parts hilarious, triggering, and unhinged. Will you love it? Will you hate it? Only one way to find out. Hit the theaters on July 18th or check it out when it drops on streaming later. If you're as hyped as I am, drop a like, smash that subscribe button, and let me know in the comments. Are you Team Joe, Team Ted, or just here for Emma Stone's creepy dolls? If you want more movie breakdowns like this, or maybe a deep dive into Materialists to see Pedro in his Loverboy era, check out the playlist link below. Until next time, keep watching, keep arguing, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.